Okay, guys, here we are for Skip It and Meh. Yes. So we go through. We did DC yesterday. I'm Sean.
This is Drew.
Okay, got that out of the way. For those of you who don't know, we read a bazillion books every week. Read all of our DC yesterday. Diamond came in today. It was a day late for us, but we still got it in. Oh my goodness, I think I read 40 comics this week just with Diamond, counting Lunar, 55 comics. Literally 5 hours, 6 hours a day just reading books. So we break it down for you. The next video that's going to be posted on the channel, so make sure you subbed up, hit the notification bell, is our top 10. Right? This one is Meh and Skip It's. Right? So Skip It's are like, don't even buy this book. We do it just to give you we give you an honest breakdown.
Yes.
Right? We're the only channel out there I've seen that reads all the comics and gives you a for real honest breakdown of what you're looking at. Okay?
It's a very frequent comment we get.
Yeah.
Very
we're
frequent.
the only ones
Yes.
that do this, guys, straight up. So we're starting with Mez. Let's get
Yes.
to it, okay? So if we have a similar, these are in no particular order. If we have a similar meh, we'll pull it out and talk about it at the same time. So what's your first meh?
I'm coming out swinging with my mez.
Do it. What you got?
Venom 200.
I'll start with Home. Okay, so go ahead.
This was $10.
Yeah.
$10.
Okay, good point.
And it was delayed 2 months.
Oh, that was very agonizing and angering. Yes.
So 2 strikes. Third for me, you had 4 different art teams on this.
Yeah. Boy, it started off with terrible art, wasn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And the story starting off, I'm like, I don't want to say I'm checked out, but I'm like, this is kind of boring right now. He's going to lunch with Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't really get interesting until over halfway through when we bring in the maker.
Why does this keep fading out?
No idea.
Did you see that? Sorry, man. That is rather annoying to me. But I'm going to leave it for the rest of this video. Okay, so go ahead.
There's no real resolution with the maker
Yeah.
at all. And it's just, and granted, yeah, we get a new Venom, but I'm just like, this is not worth $10 to me.
Zero resolution with the maker.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say my thoughts on this.
Okay.
Because it's definitely not in my mez or
like
my
you said,
Skip It's.
it is a key, but I'm just like, is this a key worth $10? Not to me.
Okay. Home. So I like number 1. I love number 1. I liked number 2. Number 3 is kind of meh. It's losing me. I'm going to turn this off because that is driving me a little crazy real quick. There, you can look at the back of our heads and our little monitor here so you can see that. Yeah, it did kind of drive me nuts a little bit. It just did. No edits here, guys. So anyway, next one. I mean, if you like it, read it. If not, that's fine. Okay, man number 2. We picked Venom. What's wrong with you?
So
I didn't even read that.
Flipping, God, the bane of my existence, ice cream.
So I'll start with this. This is a meh just because it's a second print, but I love that this is the cover that's on the inside where they talk about this telethon. If you're at Ice Cream Man, it's so good. I love this issue. It's fantastic. I couldn't put it in my top 10. I ran out of room. It's super good. You should pick it up. I love this cover. It's on the inside also. Yes, get it, buy it, do it. Go ahead.
Space Pirate Captain Harlock. This is based on apparently a 70s anime.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was reading it. I was actively engaged reading it. It's actually kind of fun. Post-apocalyptic, space pirates, aliens, shenanigans go on. It's fun.
It sounds like it could have been good.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Good art. Great cover here by Derek Chu. And I had better stuff in my picks. It was all right. It's not bad. If you like anime, I'm sure you'll like this.
I don't.
Okay, there we go.
I did thumb through it, and I was like, this is awful. Okay, next man.
Project Patron, number 3.
Yes, that's in mine. So go ahead.
The first half of this sucked, but it gets better halfway through.
It does.
It does pick up, but and just like this is really dredging in the weeds. I'm like, where is this going?
It was weird start.
Yeah.
I really like number 1 and number 2, but now number 3, I'm just kind of like, that should fix it. Number 3, it's losing me. I'm hanging on for
Yeah.
number 4,
Mhm.
but it might lose me.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We're kind of losing the focus of it a little
Yeah,
bit.
if you enjoyed 1 and 2, pick up 3. It's going to start off slow.
Yeah.
By the end, you're like, okay.
Mhm.
But then it's like, eh.
Mhm.
So anyway, it's a meh.
It's got an interesting cliffhanger. Can't wait
Yeah.
to see where it goes.
Yeah, that's why I'm hanging on for number 4.
Yes.
But it's still maying all over the place.
Mhm.
Next one, what do you got?
Alien number 4.
Oh, I must have missed that on the table.
Oh.
I didn't even read Alien. I got Captain America.
Actually, that's in my skip-its.
Okay. I'll start. So it's a solid story, I guess, but like now we know where this Infinity Stone is. So if you're this Infinity right here at the top, Infinity, that just is we're figuring out what Infinity Stone's bonded to who. And this dude doesn't even know how to use it very well. If it's an Infinity Stone, is it supposed to be like an omnipotent thing for whatever stone it's for? The time stone? This dude should be able to do pretty much anything related to time. Either he's an idiot and he doesn't know how to use it, or maybe the stone's depowered because it's not with the other stones. I don't know, but it's kind of a man. I did like it a little bit. I like the Captain America, Black Widow banter a little bit, and they did actually try to talk to the guy. The dialogue flowed pretty smooth, but it's still kind of a meh, whatever. So go ahead, Alien.
Alien number 4. It was very fast paced. Nothing wrong with that, but it didn't. Nothing really happened.
I've
in
loved
this.
1, 2, and 3 so far.
2 and 3 were really damn good, and this one is just like okay. And the art. I mean, Salvador LaRocca's art in this, it really gets stiff in this, and
Really,
yes, it does. In certain fights and certain body parts getting blown off, it's like faces look odd. It just looks weird.
Okay.
And it's man, it's okay. It's not great. It's not terrible, but it's just he's pacing this out for the trade. You can tell it's being paced.
Oh, you feel like it slowed down a little bit?
Yes. Yeah.
That's been such a problem with stories. You get to 3 and 4, and it's kind of like, and we'll talk more about that here in a minute, probably. Okay, so I got to read Alien. I'm mad I missed it.
I got Time Before Time.
Star Wars High Republic.
Okay.
So this one here, it's the end of the story arc. It's not bad. It's not fantastic. It's pretty good. Art's really solid in this. You don't have to read it. Save your money. If you enjoy it, buy it. Nothing wrong with it. Just saying. It's kind of a man. Go ahead.
It's hard to go from a fun time traveling story like Tankers
Yes.
to this.
Oh, there's no comparison.
It's just when you have that much fun reading it to this, it's like when they're involved. There's another time travel agency involved in this too, and they know where they're at, and they go back to another time. It's kind of boring.
There's no comparison.
No.
To Tankers.
No.
Tankers was so good.
Yes.
That so far is like one of my top of the year.
Yes.
So far. But yeah, I'll say my thoughts on that for later. Okay. You have any more mehs?
No.
I have 2 more mehs.
Okay.
Radiant Black.
Actually, that's my first skip it. I'll get to that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. He's into skip-its. I'm still doing mehs.
Yeah.
There's a part in here where I said something out loud. He heard me and he laughed because he said the same thing when he was reading it. I guess it's the Power Rangers now. I'm not spoiling anything, but I turned the page and I was like, oh, so now we're the Power Rangers. Like,
it's literally the Power Rangers.
They were setting up for such a fight.
Yes.
Like a fight. I was like, yes.
And she says, I didn't mean to. Bullshit. No, that's horseshit. I yelled out bullshit when she said that.
They're about to throw down.
Not true.
And he is pissed.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't care what I'm going to do. I thought I was going to see him kill
her. He
or
should have.
beat this girl to death.
He should have.
And all of a sudden, nope. Something happens.
Says, I didn't mean to. What the?
And now it's go Power Rangers, I guess. So,
so he goes from writing Power Rangers a couple years ago, leaves that.
Now he's creating Power
Rangers. Yeah.
So I don't know. I am going to read the next one because I want to know if it totally redeems itself or if I just drop it completely. But that's what to expect. So it's a meh for me. Skip it for Drew.
Yeah.
Okay. And my next meh is this. Now, the only reason this is in my meh is I didn't have room in my top 10. This would be number 11 because I really liked it. It's just like the rest of these. The art's solid. I did feel like it was a little slower than the other issues. I feel like it slowed down a little bit. but we're at the end of an adventure and a new one is starting up. And I love reading the original text in the back of the book.
Yeah.
Rarely will I take the time to read through paragraphs in the back of a comic, but I do because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's loves reading the original text and seeing how they translate it into the comic medium. It's fantastic. So that's it for my meh. Now we're into skip it's.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my skip it. You already have a skip it.
You're going to go until we can catch up. I got 4 left.
Okay, cool.
Or unless I got the same one you did.
Silver City is a skip it because I just was super bored. I didn't care about anything happening in this book. I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about the location. I thought the story was very convoluted. The dialogue was blocky and choppy. The storytelling's blocky and choppy. Didn't like it at all. Skip it. Next skip it. X Corp. Boring.
Hey kids, want to read about pharmaceutical sales in other countries?
This is boring. So Jason Wingard is in the X Corp now. Okay. I don't care. I just don't care.
No.
I love Archangel, but he's not Archangel at all. He's Warren Worthington. Monet is a great character. She's super powerful. She's they lost what made Monet cool.
Yeah.
She's the super glamorous, fabulous, drop dead gorgeous. Like she's the Emma Frost, but she's also turns into Penance, which is this super evil, powerful thing looking right ugly thing. And they lost it. Just super boring. And once you read what happens in Planet X-Men, you really don't give a shit about these books at all.
No, you don't.
And wait to hear about Planet X-Men later. Man. Or yeah, giant size, planet size X-Men. Next skip it. I have this one.
I'm surprised you read it.
I read about 4 pages and then I quickly thumbed through the rest of it. Boring. It was just so boring to me. If you're a huge Peach Momoko fan, then you're going to drink up every page of the art and you're going to love it. And it's just, it has no consequence. It's a different fantasy world of these spirit things, like kind of being, they picked supporting characters from Wolverine, right? Mariko and what you just shot in, or Clan just shot in, what's her face? I forgot her name. But they picked the supporting characters from Wolverine and try to make them main characters. No one cares. I barely care about if I'm reading a Wolverine story and it's all about Mariko and the Japanese storyline. I just don't care about it. I'm like, oh, one of these Wolverine stories, like, where's them killing Sabers, fighting Sabretooth or something cool, right? So they took Wolverine out of a Wolverine story and made it this. Just super boring. Don't care about it. Next one. New Mutants.
Oh, actually, yep, there we go. I got that one too.
Boring. Who cares?
Nothing happens until the very, very, very last page. Nothing happens.
And even then, it's like now we have a murder mystery.
Yeah.
But is it a murder mystery? Because they can bring people back to life. Someone gets murdered that I barely cared about in the first place.
Yes.
Like they should just leave this character who died dead. Leave her dead, please.
Yeah, it was like
leave her murdered.
Yeah, it's like so.
Don't care. I barely cared about her when she was with when Laura was Wolverine, when X-23 is Wolverine.
Yeah.
I barely cared about her then, and I anyway.
As far as I was concerned, good riddance.
Just super boring, man. I could care less, especially after what happens in Planet Size X-Men. Okay, a lot of skip-its this week, guys. Save your money. The next one I have, Seven Swords. I didn't like it. I thought the story jumped around way too much. I could barely follow what was happening with the characters, and I just didn't care. It's rare for me to not like an Aftershock book. I did not care at all about this book. Total skip it for me. Next one. Yes, I have 3 more. Star Wars. Nothing happens. Skip it. Oh my God, it's a boring Star Wars story. We all know what happens in Empire Strikes Back. We know what happens in Return of the Jedi. This is filling that space in between, and they're filling it with the main characters. We already know what happens to them in Jedi. So showing how that happens, they're just kind of standing around talking. It's just super boring. God, skip it. Please skip it.
Read Shadows of the Empire. That's all I'm going to say. Great book.
It is a great book, but I don't even think it's canon anymore.
It's not, unfortunately, but still read it.
Save yourself the misery of reading this piece of garbage comic.
Actually, over down to, okay, yep. I got Captain America.
Save yourself the misery of reading this piece of crap. It was written for 12-year-old girls. And not well. Boring. I hated it. Keep in context, I'm a 47-year-old man. So whatever. Go ahead, Captain America.
So all these stones getting attached to people, this all happened like 2 years ago. And they're just now getting to this.
Yeah, it did happen a long time ago, didn't it?
It did. I'm like, where are they now dredging this up 2 years later? And I had to flip through this literally 3 or 4 times to figure out, why are they going after this guy? Okay, he broke out, but I'm like, wait a minute, he broke out like 2 years ago. So like, oh, okay, I get my 2019 continuity. And I go to the last page to see how all the stones are related. It's all time related. Almost all the powers are time related. Like, let's keep the stones back to being simple and stupid, power, time, space. That's how it should be. Not all time related. No.
Yeah, I didn't get that part, but I just, yeah, it was a meh for me. And last one.
I got Fantastic Four.
Oh, man, screw you. I really, really liked issue 1 of this. Ram V, great concept, great story idea, which is concept. Great, fantastic. This one, I was super bored out of my mind reading it. Bored out of my mind. It's like, is it sleepy time? Like, I'm about to jump off this series. So we'll see what happens in issue 4. If I don't like it, I'm outsies. All right. Go ahead. Why did you hate that fantastic, no pun intended,
fantastically terrible book?
I fantastically enjoyed it, but go ahead.
Fantastically terrible dialogue, and it goes exactly the way you think it will. And yeah, shocker.
But how it goes to me is hilarious.
I knew it was going to happen. It's just, I'm reading this, I'm like, I knew it. Someone's going to say it. There it goes. Yep. Boom.
I really liked it, and I'll say my thoughts on it for later. So that was our skip it's and mess. There's a lot of them. Okay. Make sure you're subbed up. We're about to post this one. We're going to go live. Not go live. We're going to record the next issue. Winning stuff. Comment. You know the drill, guys. Like the video. Comment your like number, and you're going to be entered to win stuff. We have lots of stuff. Hand me one of those right there. Right there behind you. Right there. Yep. We're going to give away a Venom 200 ratio variant. Which one is this? Which ratio is this? 1 to 100? The Campbell one. 1 to 50? It's probably 1 to 50. We're going to give away a 1 in 50 Campbell variant for Venom 200. And you're going to see why you need to get this, even though Drew had it as a skip it.
Yeah, as a man.
It was a man. In the next video, I'll tell you why. So, kids love chains. Anyway, thanks for watching. You know what to do. Sub up, like, comment your like number, and buy what you like.
What you want.
Let me end this. Yep.
Don't listen to the haters.
That's right. Do all those things and don't do the other thing.